Hi there, my name is Rosanabe Dororai for short, and you're on to Read and We Try. Thank you for joining me for this week's episode. So, we're going to be looking at what to do with our sit-at-home order. For most countries, they've been extending and extending and extending. And I know some of you were in a relationship. Of course, we all had a life before the quarantine. So some of you were in a relationship and, then the quarantine came, the isolation came, that's depending on where it suits, if you fall into. And of course, with the whole COVID-19 stuff, what are you doing with your relationship? Especially those of you who, it was working, everything is fine. I'm not talking of, it's not every time we have bad news in relationships. Some people really love themselves, it's going on well, and maybe they had dates fixed, from between now and August, for the marriage, or between now and June, and, because of the quarantine, most people want family and friends together and all, and so the marriage is on hold, and the world is evil, the devil is wicked. You could be, instead of you having your marriage that you would have had maybe during this quarantine or this isolation, some things can just come up, to make even a very good relationship turn sour. So in this part, I want to advise you, have you thought about having an online wedding? We saw some weddings, we saw, I've seen one or two, but you can, maybe we haven't sat down to really think about it. I will take the case study because I know I have listeners all over the world, but I will use a case study of Africa and Nigeria in particular. What is really the wedding? The wedding is really when both parents have agreed, that both of you have agreed that your parents are in the know and they've agreed for you guys to marry. So what happens next? Then the bride price is paid, traditional wedding. Now all the glam and everything we see, it's not really the wedding. The wedding just takes place 30 to 1 hour, some cultures 2 hours, where they deliberate on how much the bride price should be and things that should be brought and should be given to both parents. That's the real wedding, because no pastor, no traditional person will give you out in marriage if you haven't fulfilled what I just said. So every other glam, every other eating, dancing, dressing, those are just activities that surround to make your day memorable, so to say. So you can have what are the advantages of having what I'm saying? You can have economically, you can save your money. You can have uninterrupted honeymoon, nobody disturbs you guys, no family interference. You can actually even dress in the clothes that you plan to wear, and then you can have families watch with any of the social media platforms that is so desire. So you can have this wedding. This wedding can still take place. So I'm trying to tell you that don't use this wedding as an excuse and say, oh no, don't use this quarantine as an excuse. This wedding can still hold. All you need to do is talk to parents, even if you guys are abroad and you plan on going back home, all it takes is both parents, one person meeting another, and people sit down to deliberate. After all, we have in some communities, they will say 10 people, 20 or 30, they gather, they deliberate on what your bride price of your wife should be, and parents you can send the money ahead of time and it can be paid. Things that should be gotten, you can send the money ahead of time, and voila, you fulfill the traditional. All you need to do is inform your pastor. If you both of you are religious, I will talk as a Christian because I'm a Christian. And then your pastor or your imam or any this thing that you have, or even if you're atheist, you don't need any other thing. All you need to do is just tell yourselves you're married, and you can come out. Another advantage, you come out of the quarantine as a married couple. You can, in fact, if it extends long, you come out with a little addition to the family. So I want to say, make best use of this quarantine. You can, if you're in a serious relationship, you can get married. If you're in a relationship where you haven't really engaged the person, you can also engage the person. Of course, you can engage the person online. What is the engagement? Engagement is you meeting the person and telling the person. Of course, you communicate, so you can still tell the person by phone, and you can mail that ring. So there's nothing that is impossible. Don't use the quarantine as an excuse not to do the needful. Don't use the quarantine or isolation as an excuse and put your wedding on hold. Some of you age is not on your side, or you have things planned for this year, and part of the things for this year was to get married and all, and you found the right person, you're sure it's the right person, you're okay with it. It's not every time that people are bad. This person is good, everything is going on well. I don't see what stops you. In fact, it helps you, even prevents people. In my in my Nigerian pidgin, we say bad belle people. So it prevents even people who really are not happy for you but are pretending to be happy from even coming and doing different things. And then if you're the type that is very spiritual, it even prevents some useless diabolical people coming around to try to touch you or try to come and harm your future home and all that. So all you need to do is tell your parents, sit down, think about it. You know, at first it may sound strange. Of course, it's not something we're used to, but hey, who says that you should be normal? Who says you should be the regular kind of person? So this thing, it's possible. You can have your wedding online with your family and friends, witnessing, where all you need is your vow, your dress, the guy's suit. That's all. People who need to sign the marriage certificate could be sent to them. They sign and return back. See, there's nothing that is impossible. Impossibility is nothing with someone who is determined. So if you want to, you can do this. You can make the best of this quarantine and still get married. So join me next week as we talk on other things you can do while making the best use of this quarantine. You can connect with me on my social media platforms. They are on your screen right now. Bye.